I'm walking down the street and suddenly I stop. I see something that I cannot keep my eyes off of. Just like a kid in a candy store, my eyes were wandering all over the place. But specifically at this one thing that I want to talk about. I stop my mom. I'm 5 years old. And I tell her, can we go inside? She agrees. And we go inside the store. And I start playing it. I'm putting my fingers everywhere. Don't really know what to do. And I'm hearing this noise. It's really cool. Do you know what it was? I'm playing a piano. And like a young kid seeing candy for the first time or seeing a new M&M, my eyes were wide open. I was so excited. This was so interesting. Like, what is going on? I want to do this. I want to play this. Right after the store, I tell my Mom, I want a piano. Now I ask her, what is this? She tells me it's a piano. I want that. Imagine you're a mom. Imagine you're a parent of a kid who's 5 years old, who was literally just born. This is 2006. And the kid tells you he wants a new piano that costs, quite a lot of money, right? It's an investment. It's not like getting him a new toy. What would you do? What would you say? I know if I was a parent, I probably wouldn't take it seriously. I mean, who would? 5 years old, like a 5-year-old. Things and interests of a young kid change all the time, right? You want to think like that, right? So personally, I wouldn't take it seriously. I'm very grateful that my mom did take it seriously. And they bought me, it was an electric piano. So not like a grand piano, not a crazy investment, but an electric piano. I put it on my desk. I opened it for the first time. This was like Christmas again. I'm telling you, this was crazy. I open it and I'm stuck in my room all day, like pressing all these keys. There was this button that I remember that was playing music and I was trying to play with it. And then I also wanted lessons. And again, I'm 5 years old. Like, do you take all this seriously as a parent? But I know I took it seriously. I grinded on this piano. I played it for hours. It was very fun and interesting. And I've played and I've learned, and over the time, my parents understood that, yes, this is serious. Like, Maor actually likes to play piano. And so years passed. I get a grand piano and I'm playing for 10 years now. I'm serious about this. I'm composing even. I'm playing at, this concert. I have an instructor. I had multiple teachers at this point. I'm learning notes. I'm enjoying myself. Everything is going great. Now, fast forward a few years. I started learning at 5 years old. Now we're almost at 16 years old, 11 years later. At 16 years old, 15 years old, this is when I went to high school. And high school started good, not a lot of homework, but a few months later, maybe in the beginning of or middle of freshman year, things started to pile up. And over time, my piano, my amazing hobby that I started at 5 years old, got further and further away from me. And this was sad, but homework and school was more important, right? I mean, it was important because I was force-fed this narrative that, the most important thing is you got to get into college, you got to study hard. And it's true, like, it is important. But are you willing, or should you sacrifice all these things for that? That's another question. So I did sacrifice a lot. I worked hard in high school, tried to get a good GPA, and it came at a cost. I'm now looking back. I'm a senior, about to graduate, about to go to college, and I'm looking back at the years that I did not play a lot. Not as much as I used to. Like, yes, I did. but definitely not as much as I used to. And that did not feel good. Imagine this hobby that you start at 5 years old that you loved. And you look past these 4 years in a little bit of sadness and a little bit of regret that you let school, you let grades influence you, and you kind of pressed off the gas a little bit with your hobby. I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to get into college and I'm going to have time. But guess what? It only got worse. In college, it was even harder. There was a lot more work. I was studying computer science. It was not as easy as history class or math or all these things. Like, this is serious stuff. You got to get a good GPA. You got to work hard. And I did. I was always disciplined in school, and that is something I'm proud of. I don't really have a story to tell you that I had shitty grades or I was bad at school. I was bad at other stuff. Like, I had bad habits and such, but at school it was fine. And especially in college, this was the last 4 years. I grinded and I did not have time for piano. And I never stopped to really think of this. Like, yes, I did play piano, but not as much as I wanted to. And looking back, am sad about that. And today I read a section of a book. And I want to read this to you. This is a Robert Greene book. It's called The Daily Laws by Robert Greene. And very nice read. I recommend it. Robert Greene says the importance of recognizing these early inclinations is that they're clear indications of an attraction that is not infected by the desires of other people. They are not something embedded in you by your parents, which come with a more superficial connection, something more verbal and conscious, coming instead from somewhere deeper. These inclinations, like piano, can only be your own reflections of your unique chemistry. Daily law, this is important. He says, do something today that you used to love doing as a kid. Try to reconnect with your impulse voices. This is what I want to talk about. And I only realized it when I read this chapter recently, and this gave me like an epiphany. I truly want to play more piano. And as Robert Greene says, the modern world, like for me, like school, has kind of pushed us away from what we used to love as children, right? It could have been the modern world. It could have been your parents. It could have been influences from friends, from family. But we used to do things when we were kids that we truly loved. And I'm sure there's something that you have that you used to do that you want to bring back. For me, it's definitely piano. Like, this is my goal now after reading this. I definitely want to play more, as much as I can. And I don't want to let outside influences, for example, the school system. I mean, I'm graduating now, but I'm not going to let anything affect that, right? And it is sad because this happens to a lot of people. I'm sure you maybe could relate if you really think about this deeply. There's something out there that you used to enjoy, that you used to love as a kid, and you don't really know why you don't do it anymore. It's just like, yeah, I'm busy. But is that really a good excuse that you're busy, that you have school? Because I'm telling you right now, in retrospect, looking back, if I were to do it again, I would play more. Especially during high school, when younger Mo would tell you, no, I'm busy. No, I got to do good on this standardized test that doesn't matter. I got to do good on this. Looking back, I'm telling you from experience, I'm 22. You should do that thing that you used to love as a kid. That you're not telling yourself in your mind, yeah, I'm busy. You're not busy, bro. You can fit 30 minutes of a hobby. You can fit 15 minutes. It's better than nothing, right? So think about this with me. Maybe journal. No one tells you about these things. Like, I'm telling you, this is what gives you more fulfillment in life. It's doing what you truly love. It's doing what you haven't been brainwashed by society to not do. And there's something deep in you that you used to love, that you wish, your older self wishes that you would bring it back. Now, my question to you is, what is that? Journal, take your time. I'm sure maybe you thought of something, but if you didn't, pause this video, stop it, and take some time to think, because this can make your life 5% more fulfilling, 10% more fulfilling. And that makes a big difference. I hope this helped you, bro. I hope this inspired you. This is also accountability for myself to play more piano. So this is, these videos are almost me documenting my life, telling you where I'm at. And I also have stuff to work on. I'm not perfect, just like you aren't. But I'm making these videos to also remind myself to practice these things. So for me right now, I'm getting back onto piano. I'm going to print a music sheet for some new song that I want to learn, and hopefully get that going and bring that childlike hobby back into my present day reality. Brother, I hope this video helped you. I'll see you next time. Peace.